Hello guys, Dusty here with the big update video that I was talking about that was gonna happen. Eventually, it needs to happen. It's happening right now, and I need to adjust my microphone because this is not a natural position for me to be talking in. This is better. So, what do I have to say other than things are going down? Big things are going down for this channel, and you saw in the title, DustyD0 3.0 is happening. It is going to be happening very, very soon, in fact. It's going to be happening in June. In fact, I should just announce. That's going to be the beginning of DustyD0 3.0. And now, for those of you guys who do not know how the system works, every time my channel does something very serious, it goes up in channel, like, update number, kind of like, you know, software does. But, you know, it's DustyD0, right? Or whatever, Dusty. I'm going to get to that part of it later. But right now, we're starting DustyD0 2.5, which is going to be exciting because we have a lot of changes and a lot of new stuff coming up in DustyD0 2.5. So first of all, and I have a big list of stuff. It's like 2 word pages. Isn't that exciting? A name straw poll. Yes. So my name, I have no idea how I should pronounce it. DustyD0, 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 Dusty, whatever names that is. So I made a straw poll with with 5 ways of pronouncing DustyD0. I wish I had the straw poll up right now, but I don't have it up right now. But the link will be in the description. There's a bunch of different ways of saying it in this thing, so vote on one, and this will be a running thing. So let's just say DustyD0 is in front, and then all of a sudden DustyD0 gets more views. Then my name will now be DustyD0, and then let's just say DustyD0 is up on top for a while, and DustyD0 goes back to the top. Then my name's gonna be DustyD0. So it'll kind of be a running thing that will happen with the straw poll, and I don't think there's any votes on it right now. So hey, you can decide right now if you're the only person who votes. So that's incentive, right? But yeah, so that's the name straw poll. I'll be looking at that fairly frequently to know what my channel is called, because I don't know what to call it. So please help me, guys. Please help me decide what it should be called. So then the next thing I want to talk about is why I haven't been uploading too much, and that is because my life has been very busy at the moment. With work, my work has needed me more than ever. This is my first day off in, like, I can't even remember how long. So, yeah, work has been crazy. And of course, getting my real estate license, which, by the way, if you guys want to be updated on that, first of all, I'm getting my real estate license for all of you new guys out there. But for the people who aren't new, the update to it is, I am completely done with the course. I've done all of the send-ins and stuff like that. So the last kind of step of the course, I guess, is the test, which I'm studying. I'm studying the crap out of Iowa license law, Iowa everything, trying to get myself prepared so that I can walk into the library and take that test and pass it no problem. And then the next step will be, of course, taking the state test, which I am very, very feared about, because that test costs quite a bit of money, and I don't want to take it more than once. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing that happens. So very exciting stuff coming up. By this summer, I should have my license, though, so I'm really excited. But then, of course, I'm going to be busier, but my schedule is going to be different. So my schedule is going to be more set out in stone, so it'll be easier for me to follow and easier for me to be making videos then. So next thing I wanted to talk about for DustyD0 2.5 is my channel's mood, honestly. I'm trying to take things in a positive direction on this channel. So, you know, no more talking about the big 3 screwing up. No more talking about video game developers screwing up and ruining people's lives. I'm gonna be happy now. I'm just gonna play games and be happy. Okay, so that's the new thing of DustyD0 2.5. Okay, is the positive direction of this channel, and I'm not gonna be naive. I'm not gonna be ignorant and blissful, but I am not going to bring up these kinds of topics on this channel. I mean, if there's really undeniably good news, I will talk about it, but kind of last night's video is kind of the last video that I really wanted to have a sad or depressing edge on it. And I still that if you haven't seen last night's video and you are a YouTuber, you should probably go check it out just to make sure you don't make the same mistake that this YouTuber did. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. The next thing in DustyD0 2.5, and now DustyD0 2.5, by the way, I should mention, is a transitional period between DustyD0 3.0 and DustyD0 2.0. Okay, it's 2.5. It's the middle of the road to DustyD0 3.0. So in nature, I'm going to be setting up for DustyD0 3.0, and one of the big things that I need to set up is the game room. Yes, I'm still working on that, and that is a thing that is going to be happening, and it's going to be done for DustyD0 3.0. Yeah, well, for the most part done. It'll be usable for DustyD0 3.0. And basically 2.5, I'm going to have updates on construction, how that's going, stuff like that. I've already got the carpet in my house right now for the game room. I've already got the paint. I'm probably just going to clean up the rafters for the ceiling since I don't want to pay for plywood or foam or whatever for the ceiling, so I'm probably just going to go that route. I'm going to seal up windows, stuff like that. So that'll be kind of the construction update, and then the new setup construction. I'm going to show you through the process. In fact, I'm diagramming it out right now on how things are going to be set up. Look at the complexity of this crap right here. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. But I'm going to get that all hooked up, and I'm going to show you how I hook it up, okay? So that's going to be a big thing. And with DustyD0 2.5, we're actually going to be getting some new stuff. There's going to be new stuff in DustyD0 2.5, and I'm talking about physical stuff. I'm talking about stuff that exists in this world, okay? So first of all, the new microphone. You guys have heard it. You guys are hearing it right now. This is a new microphone that is not the same microphone as I've been using before, and it was microphone B in my test video. Yes, microphone A was the Samson CO1U, and microphone B is the Audio-Technica ATR 2500, which I love this microphone. It is awesome for what I'm going to be using it for, which is my desk microphone. Now, you may be wondering, what am I going to be using my Samson CO1U for? What am I going to be using this old thing for? Well, I'm going to be using it for my Let's Play microphone / my gamer microphone, which I have plans for Let's Plays that I don't really have finalized yet, but I'm going to be doing Let's Plays and really trying to get Let's Plays going, and to kind of show you guys that I bought a new capture card. I bought a capture card. Yes, I did. I bought a capture card. I don't have it yet. It is in the mail, and it should be here around April 1st. So, very excited about that. So now you guys may be wondering, what did I go with? Did I go with a Elgato? Did I go with an AverMedia? Did I go with a Hauppauge? I went with the Diamond GC 1000. And now you may be wondering, well, why did you go with that cheap old thing? Well, you said it right there, cheap. It's cheap. Yeah, I got it for $50. So, $50 capture card. Now you may be wondering, well, why didn't you just save your money and go with the Elgato or the AverMedia or the Hauppauge? And actually, guys, the Diamond is better for my situation than any of their cards. And now the reason for that, and if you don't know anything about capture cards, you're going to be like, what is she talking about right now? I'm sorry about this, guys, but for people who do know stuff about capture cards, this is going to be kind of interesting to you guys. The reason I went with the Diamond GC 1000 is, of course, it has HDMI. It records 1080i, which 1080i, 1080p, nobody can tell the difference anyway, so it doesn't matter. But 1080i at 30 frames per second, but this is something that a lot of the other big cards, and by the way, if I wanted to get an HD 60 by Hauppauge, I'd have to spend $120, and I really don't want to do that, and there's other reasons too, but yeah, it's the only big card that isn't really crazy expensive that'll do 60 frames per second in 720p. So that is a big reason, because like if I'm playing Wii U games, yes, I'm going to play Nintendo games and just not monetize them. By the way, now that's the positive direction. I'm being happy now. Okay, I'm just going to be playing games and being happy. That's DustyD0 now. But I'm going to be capturing a 720p 60 frames per second, so you're going to be able to see Mario Kart 8 in 60 frames per second, like the game is meant to be seen. And then 1080p 30 frames per second if the game doesn't run at 60 frames per second. So I'm okay with that. And also the big reason I went with the diamonds is because it has component as video. Ow! You didn't see that there, but I have a stand here that I just smacked my hand on. That hurt. Oh man. But no, sorry. It has component S video and composite built in. So I'm going to be able to capture my systems from Nintendo to like the original Nintendo to the Wii U and everything in between. So that is the biggest reason why I went with the diamonds. Yes, I would have saved up my little pennies if it weren't for that fact. And like to get all the adapters that I would need to record all that stuff, it would probably cost me around $200 at least. If I was to say get the Elgato HD60, which would be the card that I would go with. The Elgato HD60. That, and I don't have a computer with USB 3 yet, which is a big deal for that, because I wouldn't be able to record in 60 frames per second anyway. With that, I don't even know if it works without USB 3.0. I'm not sure, but anyway, I would have to buy a crap ton of adapters from HDMI to whatever connection, and then I'd have to unplug them and replug them and do all that kind of crap. Well, realistically, this way, I just can plug everything into the capture card and it's done. So that is the reason. That is the primary reason I went with the Diamond GC1000. And I found a good auction for it. Paid $52 shipped. So yeah, that's great. And then what else do I have to say? New capture card. That's what I just said. And the pen cam. Yes, I have a camera pen to go in my shirt pocket, and you will see what I use that for when I talk about new series. I'm going to have a bunch of new series appear in DustyD0 2.5 even. And a lot of these series will be done after DustyD0 2.5 is done. Well, some of them will be, but others will carry on to DustyD0 3.0. And these are going to kind of be the alphas, the infancies of these series. In fact, I have some pilots already done that I'm going to show you guys. But yeah, for now, we've got these new series. We've got the Used Deals series. So now the Used Deals series, I already have a pilot for it too. It's going to be a series showing kind of stuff that's not video games that I can find at garage sales, thrift stores, and pawn shops that you would pay like hundreds of times more for retail or in a used consignment shop or something like that. So Used Deals is going to be a very, very fun thing for me to do because I like showing people what I got. Like, for instance, my trash can that I got for, I think, $6 that it's like a $70. I think actually that model was an $80 trash can since it's the huge model. But my trash can that it's a motion controlled trash can, so you just you walk up to it and put your garbage over it, and then the lid opens, you put it in and it closes. It's really cool, awesome. Check out that video. If I remember to put a link to it, I will, but I showed that in a video. And then of course my pilot video, which is going to be about my coffee table and end table that I just picked up. So make sure to look out for my Used Deals series. It might get you guys inspired to go out and go to the garage sales, go to the thrift stores, go to the pawn shops, and see what you can find. In fact, I would highly recommend doing that for absolutely everybody. Go see what you can get at these garage stores, thrift stores, and pawn shops, because people are just basically throwing stuff out for you to take. It's awesome. Next series that's going to start in DustyD0 2.5 is unboxings. Yes, I'm going to be doing unboxings. And now a lot of people hate unboxings. A lot of people rag on unboxings. But realistically, it's just a good way, at least for me, this is what I use them for, to see what all comes in the box. So the start of that, of course, is going to be my Diamond GC1000. That is going to be the first unboxing I do. I'm going to be doing it with this webcam right here. Well, this bloggy camera, which makes me an official YouTuber, I guess, since I have a blogging. I'm sorry if this microphone... oh, yeah, and by the way, I got a pop filter with this microphone, so I'm going to use a pop filter now. That's exciting, isn't it? Yeah, you might be able to tell that I'm making less sounds. So, yeah. Actually, that's really fun. Yeah, anyway, sorry. I just murdered headphone users. I'm very sorry about that. But next we're going to have vlogs, which I know I've done vlogs before, but I'm going to do more of an organized series of vlogs. And these vlogs will mainly be about the game room. However, there might be other stuff involved. And then we have my next new project, which is exciting. And that is going to be my Zenith TV. Yes, I'm going to try to remember to put up a picture of it at some point in this video, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to. But yeah, I have my old late 50s Zenith TV that I'm going to probably replace the entire mechanism out of. I have a Toshiba TV that I can cannibalize and make something out of. So that's going to be awesome. And that's what I'm going to use to play like my Atari 2600, ColecoVision, and Intellivision when I get those systems. So that's going to be very exciting. I'm very excited to start working on that. Next, we have gameplay requests. Yes, so this is has something to do with Let's Plays. I'm going to start doing these when I get my capture card set up and figured out. But yeah, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to recommend me games that I can play. And they either have to be owned by me already or relatively cheap, so you know I can pick them up for a relatively decently affordable price. Like, for instance, if it's like a $4 game and you recommend I play it, like highly recommend I play it, then I'll probably pick it up. So let me know if there's any games you want to see me play, and then just watch my play of it, because if one person watches, it's all worth it. So and one person will probably watch it if they recommend the game. So that's the way I see it. So please suggest a game. Also, I'm going to be doing like one-off test drive Let's Play style videos instead of more series like I have been doing. Like, and these are going to be typically older games like Nintendo or Super Nintendo games, because those are kind of less story driven and, you know, just instant one video games. So I'm going to be doing more of those, and that'll probably be called something corny like my test drive series or something like that. And then the biggest new series, yes, none of those were the biggest new series. The biggest new series of DustyD0 2.5 will be Garage Sailing Live. Yes, this will start when garage sales start hitting. But yeah, basically Garage Sailing Live will be me going to garage sales, capturing footage from the pen cam that will be on here. I haven't received the pen cam yet. I've already bought it. I bought a card for it, but I just haven't gotten it in the mail yet. But I've got the pen cam. It's going to be, I think it's an HD pen cam too, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, you're going to be able to see what I pick up. And I was going to do a glasses cam, by the way, but I wear these already, so that wouldn't really work out too well. That and all of the glasses cameras that I've seen are like giant lens cameras, just strapped to glasses basically, so they would be way too obvious. However, this pinhole camera just looks like a regular pen. Like, you can hardly see the sensor in it, so that's pretty cool. And that's gonna be pretty exciting. And then, you know, I'll wear a couple extra pens with it to try to make it look less suspicious like I'm filming. And yes, I live in Iowa, so we are a single party consent state, so I can legally do this. If you guys were wondering, like LA, you couldn't do this. Other states, you couldn't do this, but in Iowa, you can actually just, you know, like record secretly what you're doing at garage sales, thrift stores, and pawn shops. And I'm not meaning to invade anyone's privacy either. This is just something that I'm going to do for fun, just to show you guys what I go through to find video games. And I will do this for the pawn shop and thrift store, of course, too. But it's mainly going to be for garage sales because that's a new experience every time. So that's basically everything with DustyD0 2.5. That's the stuff you're going to be seeing in the next couple months. The April, May, and early June stuff. Now, later in June is going to be DustyD0 3.0, okay? And now, DustyD0 3.0 is going to have a lot more to do with the channel itself. So, to get started, we have new branding. We're going to be doing new branding on DustyD0. Yes, the simplistic stuff has ran its course that I've been doing before, like my stupid little intro that it took me like 5 minutes just to animate in Movie Maker, but yeah, we're going to be doing like actual stuff, and I'm planning on doing some actual animating. That's going to be exciting to try to do that. I have animation software and I'm working with it, so yeah, hopefully things go all right with that. But we're going to be doing new branding. I'm going to have a new profile picture, new banner and everything for my channel, of course. A new intro and a new end slate, stuff like that. So that's going to be exciting. Of course, I'm going to have a... I completely lost. So new stuff. What are we going to get? What are we going to be getting in DustyD0 3.0? Well, first of all, I'm going to be getting a new phone. I'm going to I don't think it's near me. We will use this for visual aid, but this is an iPhone. This is an iPod Touch 3rd generation. But my iPhone 4 has ran its course. My iPhone 4S rather has ran its course. Actually, it's in my pocket. Yes, it's in my pocket. So my iPhone 4S has ran its course. I love this thing. It's done its job. Oh, I got a text. Oh. Cool. All right. Sorry, that was a text from my mom. Anyway, so yeah, my iPhone 4S has ran its course. So I'm going to be getting a Galaxy S6. And now with the Galaxy S6 comes many things that I'm going to use for this channel, including a 60 frame per second 1080p camera. I am very excited with a 2.1 aperture. So I'm going to be able to actually record in my basement because, yeah, my basement is going to be dark, but that 2.1 aperture should really help be able to record in my basement. But this lens also on this camera actually works really well in my basement. So I'm going to be happy to use this camera until I can get my Samsung Galaxy S6. And the reason I went with the S6 instead of the M8 and the iPhone 6 because I recorded a 45-minute video about this, but Audacity screwed up and ruined it. So basically the gist of it, I wanted the HTC M9 originally. I was gunning for the HTC One M9. I was gonna get the HTC One M9. Then I saw the Samsung Galaxy S6 when it was unveiled, and I was like, oh man, they're actually making it out of good materials, which was the deal breaker for me. I need a phone that feels premium, like an iPhone 4S premium or above. Like, it doesn't need to be full aluminum, but at least needs to be glass, and aluminum band or something like that. It can't be freaking plastic. I'm not going to pay $200 on contract for a freaking piece of plastic. That's not what I'm out here for. I want something that feels relatively decent, okay? So that's why I went with the Samsung Galaxy S6, because it does feel relatively decent, and it has so many more features than the HTC One M9. And then the iPhones have kind of just became less and less there's reason to buy one. Like, for instance, when you had the iPhone 4, the iPhone 4 was the best phone on the market, undebatably, when it came out. Then you had the Samsung Galaxy S3 come out, and, it competed, but it wasn't nearly as good as the 4S that came out after it. Then the Samsung Galaxy S4 started to get a lot more competitive. Like, there were a lot of people who were like, maybe I should switch to this phone because it actually has some stuff over Apple. The Galaxy S5 really improved on that phone. Well, the iPhone 5, it's just a slightly larger screen, and that's it. Then the iPhone 5S, it has a fingerprint scanner. Samsung Galaxy then the iPhone 6, slightly bigger screen, where the Samsung Galaxy S6 has a big, huge laundry list of features that are new to phones in general that I'm very excited for. So that is why I'm going with the Samsung Galaxy S6, if you guys are wondering. As of right now, unless there's any new phones that are like, oh, this phone's better than the Samsung Galaxy S6, before June. And the reason I'm getting it in June is that's when I'm able to get a new phone with Verizon and whatnot. So yeah, that's life, I guess. What are you gonna do? So the next new thing that this one isn't 100% guaranteed yet, but I'm gonna say it's an 80% or a 90% hopefully. But that is actually, the new thing is not a new thing, it's an old thing, and that is my old TV. My Mitsubishi HD 1080 series 55-inch mammoth HD CRT. That is at my parents' house right now in my old bedroom, which my dad has turned into a greenhouse, and he's using it to hold the chemicals for. I could be using that TV, but he's using it as a counter to hold his like fertilizers and whatnot, and that just doesn't feel right to me. I should be able to use that TV. So I'm gonna try to get that TV from his cold dead hands. He said he wanted to keep it, but I'm very persistent on taking that TV, and I'm going to get that TV. And if not, I'm gonna get a TV like it. So, but yeah, I just want an HD CRT. And the cool thing about that TV is it does have DVI in, so I should be able to use HDMI to DVI, and I should be able to use all my new systems on it, like my PS3, my Wii U, stuff like that, with a video splitter. So that's going to be a thing that happens, so stay tuned for that. Will hopefully happen, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, hopefully that TV is going in my basement. Next thing that I need to talk about that is going to be new is editing software. I'm thinking of Sony Vegas Video Studio 11. just because it's the best bang for the buck right now. Like $30 gets you enough editing software to do anything that I would ever need to do. It'll edit 1080p video at 60 frames per second, no problem. And it's nice software. A lot of people use it, a lot of people enjoy it, and yes, it's old, but it will do the job that I need it to do. So that is probably what I'm going to go with, but who knows? My decision might change, but I just haven't bought it yet because I've already bought so much freaking stuff. Like, I bought this microphone for $40, and I bought my capture card for $50, so, you know, oh man, I've been spending a lot of money for YouTube right now. So production value definitely on the up and up right now. Then next thing that I want to try to get worked out is collaboration. I want to collaborate with other YouTubers. I want this to be a socialized platform or something like that, where, you know, I can talk to other YouTubers and I can do stuff with other YouTubers. And I'm trying to get lined up a little bit, so we're gonna have to see what happens. But yeah, collabs are something that I'm definitely gonna plan on trying out. So now, new series for DustyD0 3.0. Yes, there's gonna be more new series. The biggest one that I have the biggest one first for some reason, so I'm gonna save the best for last. So first of all, Dusty Reviews. Dusty Reviews is just gonna be basically the format of a review that I'm going to be doing, and they probably won't be called Dusty Reviews, but the first one will probably be of my diamond capture card. So stay tuned for that, and I'm gonna probably shoot it with the Samsung Galaxy S6. So I'm really excited about that also. Next series, how to clean and repair. Once again, I'm waiting for the Galaxy S6 to do that. I might start that with this camera now that I have this camera that you're seeing right now. And this is not as good as this camera looks. This is this camera shooting 480p video. So it actually looks really freaking nice when it comes to 1080p video or 720p video at 60 frames per second. So that's a thing. And also, of course, the biggest new series is going to be the DustyD0 show. Yes, and I'm not talking about the channel. The channel's a completely different thing. But the DustyD0 show, it's going to be kind of like my skit-based project that I work on. It's going to be very similar of a format to what YouTubers like JonTron, Balrog, Peanut Butter Gamer, people like them do. It's going to be kind of like that show style format, but it'll be a different thing entirely. So I'm not going to talk too much about that because I want some things to be surprised, but yes, I am going to be doing something like that. So that is something that is going to be very exciting for me. I am very excited to start doing it, so stay tuned for that. And I even have a little bit about DustyD0 3.5, plans that are kind of in the very distant future, and it's actually just one thing, and that is my new office. My new office is going to happen. It's that little room in my basement that I still need to do a lot of work on. I need to make sure it doesn't flood, and that's going to be a little bit more difficult because the room that I have to flood-proof right now is just next to a driveway that's slanting in. So I just need to I just need to probably pack some dirt up against the house, and that will completely stop any chance of flooding that I'd have. However, the other room's a little bit more difficult because there is grass area tilting down into that part, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult. That, and there's some pipes that need to be replaced in that room. A lot of work that needs to be done in that little room, so that might be a little bit longer, but I will be okay when all this crap is moved from my room. I mean, half of my room is being taken up by video games right now. Just the video games. Then my TV, of course. Then, of course, my bed. Then, of course, my computer. So I'll probably just move my computer station over there and where my games are. And then I'll have plenty of space in my room for whatever I need in here. I might put my drum set. Actually, I think I'm planning on putting my drum set in the basement. But yeah, that's all this stuff is going to be cool thing that's happening in the future, like the DustyD0 office, which is actually like half the size of this room. So that's going to be nice to have half the size of this room for an office when I'm using, as of right now, like an eighth of the size of this room for my office. So that's going to be exciting. Oh, and you see my guitar right here. Yeah, I do plan on doing some music production, too. That's another big thing for DustyD0 3.5. Music production. I love music. Almost, in fact, probably just as much as I love video games. So, you've probably heard me talk about music before at some point in some stage. So, yeah, music. That's the thing that I'm going to be doing. So, we'll just put you down there. Hello, guitar. Don't slide over, please. Please don't. But yeah, that's about all that I have to say. I'm very excited for all the new changes. I'm very excited for all the new updates. And there is one more thing that I did want to bring up, and that is offense to any of you. Guys, if I ever offend one of you, please let me know, because I'm doing it inadvertently. I would never mean to offend or judge or criticize any of you guys watching, okay? Because you guys are watching my channel. That's I should owe you everything for you guys taking the time to watch my channel. So if I do ever offend any of you guys with anything that I say or anything that I do, it's inadvertently. I had a very sad situation just happen where I offended a viewer. I'm not going to mention any names here, but they stopped watching my channel, and I don't want that to happen. So if I offend any of you guys, please let me know about it, and I will. It's going to make me feel miserable. Because I hate offending people. I don't want to do that. That is not what I'm out here to do. I'm out here to have fun and make content for you guys to enjoy, not to criticize you or to judge you guys. Because honestly, guys, I owe you everything for watching. So why should I judge you when realistically you guys are the reason I do this? So that's really all I have to say about that. I'm sorry if I ever offend, judge, or criticize any of you guys inadvertently. I really do not mean to. Okay, so on that note, thank you guys for watching. I really do hope you guys ride along with this magical adventure through DustyD0 2.5 and 3.0 with me, and we've got big things happening in the future. So this has been Dusty, and look forward to some pilots too. That's all I have to say. Look forward to some pilots being posted on my channel every once in a while. Content's going to be a little bit of a drought for now, however, there should be a boom in the summer. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.